All right, this is Jonathan Kirkland with Virtual Group. I'm coming to you live from New Orleans, Louisiana. If you don't mind typing in the chat box, make sure that everyone can hear me. Let's see here. Let's see. All right, great. Ed, good to see you. Happy birthday, belated birthday. Larry, Michael, Denny, Terry's there. All right, Michael, Jason. Hey, good to see you. I'll see you next week in Austin, or not next week, but when you get back into Austin, Jason, I'll see you there. Terry, Williams on, Brian's on. Okay, we've got a good Iris. Okay, guys, I'm glad you're here today. I'm in New Orleans right now this week. I'm actually down here visiting with the sales partner, going through some stuff, and it's exciting to actually have the webinar from his office. I'm excited about today's webinar. We're going to talk about email and video marketing. And it's really a content-only type of webinar. We want to talk about some things that you should be doing this year to grow your business, and there's some stuff that you want to be able to take action on and really kind of grow using some of these techniques. So we'll get right into it. Let's see here. I've got okay. So we're going to cover email marketing as well as video marketing. I want to remind you guys about the SEO 2017 promo, and then also we're launching the mastermind groups inside the pro membership. So if you haven't heard about what we're doing with the mastermind, I think that you're going to really be excited about that deal if you weren't on the pro member webinar last week. But we're just going to talk about that briefly. We're going to have a pro. By the way, if you're a pro member, the next pro member webinar is coming on Tuesday of next week instead of the regular time on Thursday. So remember, mark your calendars. Pro members, mark your calendars. This Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, we will have the pro member webinar. I'm giving actually a speech and a presentation at the 100th annual or the 100th convention for the NADA that's presenting in New Orleans, and so I'm doing that on Thursday, and I won't be able to do the webinar, so I will be doing it on Tuesday for the pro members. Just a little bit of housekeeping there. Okay, so let's get straight into the email marketing and what we're doing. The biggest thing is, as you're driving traffic to your site, and I hope that each one of you with your own business and your own website that you do run an SEO campaign on your own site, so that, because I know that we're going to get you leads, okay? But as we drive the leads to your website, you need to make sure you have an opt-in form, okay? You want to make sure you're capturing every single person that comes to your website. Now, how are you going to get them in if they're not just going to come in and give you their email and their name and email address? No problem. You may need to use a lead magnet, okay? So if you're wondering, well, what is a lead magnet? It's basically, coming in and saying, hey, you give me your email address, I'm going to give you a free downloadable something, okay? Maybe it's a report. Maybe you offer them to run a report on their SEO, on their own website for free. Not the full audit, or you could do that, but offering, like, here's a free consultation. It could be running what we call a cheat sheet, and a cheat sheet is cool because you could make, creating something with some short tips, maybe a list or even a worksheet that helps the customer understand more about SEO. Like, what are maybe the cheat sheet would be, what are the top 10 things to look for in an SEO company when choosing an SEO company or choosing an online digital marketing consultant. Creating these documents and putting them out there, people love this sort of thing, okay? Templates are really big. So maybe the template would be how to schedule your social media posts, or anything regarding a template that people can download and use, how to schedule your marketing campaign for your small business, and creating something that they can use and help you with it. Another one is swipe files. These are really cool. You know, and you need to start building these anyway. I have a swipe file that I have that's inside my Gmail, where every single time I get a marketing email from either, you know, through, how many newsletters do you guys get? I always save the ones that really got my attention, right? Because I want to use that later. Anywhere, you know, anything from even travel websites, whatever I subscribe to, when I see one that like I had to open that because I really needed to see what was there, I save it. I've used it before, guys. I did one, I don't know if you remember this, but I sent an email out, I don't know, months and months ago that just said, I love you. And do you know, it was one of our most opened emails ever that we've had. And I got that off of another email that I got. I thought, wow, that's just ingenious, because I had to click on it, right? So be sure and use these. And what you can do is put them together into a small product that you can give away. You know, you can say, hey, here's my top swipe files of headers for email, for your business's email campaign. And giving away those is part of it. That's a swipe file. Toolkits are interesting. You know, they're a lot more complex to make, but, you know, you can put together a toolkit based on different things that are out there on the web for free. For instance, if there's an area where you can go and run an SEO report for free, you can maybe put together like how to run your own audit on your own business, and put together that toolkit with a lot of different free tools that are out there. And obviously, we have our tools. You have your tools that are on our eDasher, as well as in the Pro membership. You've got tools that you can run. But there's other ones that you can put out there and say, hey, look, if you want to check our work or you want to check progress without having to subscribe to a lot of things, here's some different you know, tools that you can use. Putting that sort of thing together adds value. What you're trying to do is really you know, create something of value in exchange for that email address. And also being able to you know, you're offering something of value, but it also establishes your credibility. If you have a very good piece of you know, downloadable that you're going to give out, the report or the cheat sheet, something that adds value. It's not about selling them anything right away. It's about just gaining their trust and making sure that they're happy that they gave you their email address. Okay? So you want to make sure that you create something cool for that. Also, another type of lead magnet would be offering a free subscription to your digital, you know, your digital marketing tips and newsletter, which I'm sure you're doing as a digital marketing consultant. I certainly hope that you're doing your own newsletter. Also offering the free consultation, and another one is free training. If you haven't thought about doing webinars before, you should consider it. Okay, our webinar series, we have about 1,600 people that are on our webinar list, and the attendances can vary depending on the excuse me, depending on the how we promote it or the subjects, right? But the good thing about like our webinar series is we record them all, we put them in our back end. So if you run a training series using like GoToWebinar like we do, and inviting them, saying, hey, if you come in and sign up, you can go to our free training series. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. It's a very, very, very powerful way to establish rapport with your customer, as well as show your knowledge and give them very worthwhile information. Okay? A lot of people do not give away free training. So I would certainly you know, entertain doing that if you're not doing it. One of the things you really want to do is make sure that your content is good. Okay, this could be one of the you know, spending the time to have something really good that goes out is very important. And you want to make sure that your content is really aligned with your marketing strategy. Okay, so the keys here are providing genuine advice, okay, around what's the latest news and trends. Don't try and sell something right away. Make sure that your content is aligned with you and your services, okay, and make sure that when you give something away, make sure that this content always brings them back full circle back to you for services that you are offering, okay. Setting up a content calendar based on your marketing calendar is really important, because you need to make sure that you've got your plan on what you're going to be doing as far as how, maybe your trainings, or maybe what you're doing with your email newsletter. You need to make sure that you're on time with creating the stuff, sticking to it, and making sure that your content is there. And if you need some help with content, look, the marketing library is full of content. And some of it may be dated, but if you've got access to our marketing library, it has about 4 years of different pieces that we've put together covering different niches, different things that have been specialized in, or education with SEO or social media. You can take a lot of that stuff and repurpose it. But in the end, you want to make sure that your messaging echoes your brand. If you're niche, if you're targeting a certain home improvement niche, make sure that you're really always talking to that customer and what you're trying to accomplish with that. So thinking about the customer journey, okay, one of the things that you really should do, and we should have some of the software that we use is Infusionsoft, okay. It's a little bit expensive, but if you can afford it, Infusionsoft is really a great program. You can tag people when they come in off different opt-in forms. You can tag them so you know where they came in, and you know what they need to be, where they need to go when you're leading them down the path. Okay, so if you've got someone who's coming in, say maybe they're interested in the SEO 2017 packages, okay, or they came in because they're looking for video marketing, that is going to be maybe that series of your emails that are going to go out to that customer are going to be different than if they came in and they were looking for social media help or reputation management. You want to make sure that you bring them into at the right time in your list, and then that particular list is really, really done so that it addresses that concern, because that's what they're interested in. It's it's very similar on how you do a PPC campaign. If someone comes in and they've got a set of keywords and they search for, a red suitcase, that you bring them to the page and it's got red suitcases on the page. That, it's just kind of obvious that brings in and turns and converts a lot better than just bringing them in where they type in red suitcase and they come to a page with luggage. You're wasting your PPC dollars. This is the same thing. If you've got someone that comes into your home page, you need to make sure that you've tagged it, that they came into your home page, because that way you can start off generally with your emails going out in the series that you do them. Now, I want to know who's on the line right now that's not running an email, does not have email email series. Do they are you using this? Are you getting traffic to your opt-in form? Okay. Okay, so I see that some of you are, some of you aren't. Okay, what software are you guys using? Mark, you say you're not. Kelly, I see you're not doing that. I really strongly suggest that you really start considering putting this together. It's worth the time because it's automated, right? Having something where it's always working for you, having a client come into your website and they look around and they give you your email address, if you don't have something that responds to that immediately, and says, thank you for your interest. Here you have, here's some information that you can, of what we do, who I am, connecting with them right away. It's not hard to do. We can help you with that. If you need something, if you need some help with this, please call us. We'd be glad to help you with it. It's important that, any visitor that you come to your site, you want to try and grab them in a way and respond to them quickly, and then start walking them down the path. Jason, I see that you also use Infusionsoft. It's great, but it's not cheap. Aweber, Mark, definitely a good. Prospect Rocket, Mike is using that. So, definitely consider doing this, okay? I mean, it's something that's really going to help you. Make sure that you, when you're using the tags, I know that Infusionsoft does this. If the other software doesn't do it, you need to figure out if you can, because tagging, I'll tell you, when we have a client come in, a sales partner come in, we know at what point they came in. We know even if it was a webinar, whatever the link was, we try and tag them as much as possible. So, for instance, if we want to pull out, well, who was on last week's webinar, we can hit those with a special promotion, or let them, a follow-up with certain information, or whatever we want based on where they came in on their tags. So it's a very powerful thing. Data is everything, right? So, you need to, let's see here. You need to think about what they need based on their buying stage, and provide that content via report, video training, and whatever, sent through email. This really will expand your time, right? If you have this stuff automated and pre-done, if they came in and they're interested in SEO, one of the things that you can do is, they came in on that page for SEO, you've sent them an acknowledgement, thank you for your email, here's your free report on what we do with SEO. Now, the next email that they get may be a video tutorial. And we've got this. This is all in our marketing library. This is all available. If you don't want to build it yourself, hit us up. We've got it. The next one that goes out is a video tutorial, and then maybe 3 days later, here's a training document. Here's a PowerPoint on how to read Google Analytics. Okay. Maybe the next one that goes out is your product guide, or the primers that we have on all of the things that are included in the SEO packages. So think about this more of like a plan of, if someone came in and asked you about SEO, how would you address them in person? Would you, if you were going to talk to them, what would be the steps that you would take? Now, have your email do the talking for you. It's kind of like when you're on a date, right? You don't just, well, that's kind of a bad analogy. I don't want to go that direction. But let's just put it this way. You need multiple touches, right? You need to make sure that you're touching your client. Sorry, I don't know where my mind was going. But it's like one of these things where, you need to create rapport with somebody, right? So going through and saying, okay, here, this is one thing. And then a few days later or the next day going with another. It's really going to help you when it comes to closing the sale. Another key in your email list, and a lot of times people kind of neglect this, is you need to make sure that you're cleaning it off. This really helps you when the longevity of your list and the way that you build your list up. And say you're running a Facebook ad in your local area for small businesses, and you're driving traffic, or through the SEO campaign, you're driving more traffic to your site. You want to be cleaning off your subscriber list. You want to get rid of anything that has a hard bounce. Okay, those are emails that just come back as non-existent or anything like that. If they ask to be removed, make sure that you remove them, and the software usually does that. But make sure that you don't keep emailing them. Right? This helps whenever you're with your software. It really helps as you grow your list to make sure you keep a very clean system. Okay. Now, some things that you want to do to make sure that you're protecting your emails from landing in the spam box. Okay, and this happens a lot with anything that has to do with SEO because of the massive SEO spamming that comes out of the Philippines and also out of India and everywhere else, I guess. It just happens. But a lot of stuff goes to spam. Okay. One of the things they say is using all caps very sparingly, right? Your subject lines, you want to make sure that it's not real salesy. The spam filters, they really look for that sort of thing. And make sure that your list is a double opt-in. Double opt-in list, and you know what that is, right? I mean, a double opt-in means I subscribe to your list. I immediately get a confirmation email that I need to verify that email was mine. Okay? Then I click on that, and now I'm authorizing you. It's not just one step where anyone can drop anyone's email into an opt-in, and now they're starting to get spam. This is where you go in. You've all seen this. You know what a double opt-in is. So make sure you're running a double opt-in. Make sure that you give your template a facelift. Okay. Are you putting your logo, and is the design of your email consistent with your website? Okay. Do your emails always look the same? Do you have a really good template that maybe has your logo at the top? You have a good signature, and consistency is key, because people kind of get trained to seeing what you send them. And if it looks a little different, you never know. They might just discard it. They don't recognize it. So make sure you have something modern and looking good. So basically having that uniform theme. Make sure that you've got at the bottom of the email, or even at the top, links to your social accounts. You want people to be able to click through and engage with you immediately. And then it's also having a forward email to friend in your newsletters. If you're sending out your newsletters and you've got that forward to a friend, it's great, because your email software a lot of times will actually be able to catch and pick up that email address. Okay, and you can actually see in some of the programs that are out there when someone has forwarded it to somebody else. Okay, how many times it's been opened, has it been forwarded? I use that in a lot of the emails that I sent personally. I like to see that, where someone's opened the email. I had a meeting in Austin, yesterday morning, and it was with a friend of mine that I've known for, 20 years. He's a recruiter, and he was talking about how he's using LinkedIn and how he's really turned to email. And it was kind of coincidence that we're talking about email on this webinar, but when he was talking about how he's using email, and he sends something out to his list that he's put together, even from LinkedIn or from his own opt-in on his page that he has, and he does mortgage companies. He's a mortgage company recruiter. He works for different mortgage companies and brings people in from the competitors. And so it was really interesting, because he'll send out an email, and then he's watching who's opening it, how many times it has been opened, because you can see that. I know that you can go down and on your email list, on your different software that you have, you can see if someone's opened that email 6 times, that they're interested. Maybe it's a good time to send them a personal email and say, hey, I want to check in. Would you like to set up a phone call? Or even if you've got them in your database, calling them and saying, hey, how you doing? I'm just checking in with you, because obviously they're showing interest. So using this back end as a tool, it really can show you who's really interested, who's bouncing, who's not even opening it. It's very interesting, the data that you can use, and taking action on that's important. So when you send out one of these newsletters, who's reading it? Who forwarded it on? These are the guys that are very interested in your services, right? Especially if they're not running a campaign with you, you need to be on top of that, because they're obviously reading your content. Planning your email campaign is, take a Saturday, take an afternoon, and pull out your legal pad and make a plan. Okay, someone opts in. What do you need? What's the welcome email look like? You need help with that? Go sign up on other people's websites and see what email you get back. What is it? If you can't design it yourself, steal it, right? Make it your own. But if you go and you sign up for different newsletters all around the web, and you're able to say, okay, what's the email look like? What's the opt-in look like? You know, when I get my the confirmation on my double opt-in, what's that look like? Is that personalized? You know, like for instance, I think Aweber allows you to customize that a little bit on your double opt-in. What does the welcome email look like? What is the best one that you liked, and why don't you just kind of change up the wording to make sure that it's congruent with what you're doing? Also, having that drip email, what is the most important thing that someone comes in on your home page and they sign up? What's the series of, what would be the conversation like with them? What do you want to put in front of them? And everybody's different. You know, I was thinking, look, I really want to put something out there that people could all go with. But you know, the key is, depending on what your niche is, and depending on what your goals and if you're offering mostly web design services, or you're offering services like SEO or social media, you know, this makes a difference in what your drip email looks like. And remember the tagging, where they come in. At what point in that drip email would they be getting those emails? So by putting this together in advance and really thinking about it, it's something that will really help you with conversions and bringing people in. Because they want to see you doing it right. If you do it right, they're going to want to pay you to do it as well, right? So, you know, if you want to look at your newsletter, how active are you? How active do you want to be in sending out a newsletter? It depends on, you know, what you're going to do, but set it up. Is it twice a week? It's a lot, right? Weekly, bi-monthly, or monthly, right? I mean, you just determining, okay, how am I going to send my newsletters out, and what's my schedule need to be to get them together? It's important, guys. You know, it's important. We overlook some of these things because we take it for granted and everyone's busy. But if you can't do it, find someone to do it. If it's not us, find someone else that you can do to put this together. I guarantee it will help you build your business. People pay attention to news in the industry. You know, every business owner likes to get those tips that are going to help them. And even if they're not buying any product or services from you right now, they will, if you give them time. This email campaign is so scalable. It doesn't matter if you have 10 people on the list or you have 2,000 or 20,000, okay? Because the content you build builds on itself. If I've got 10 people on my list and I'm building these drip emails and I'm putting these newsletters out, guess what? The drip emails that I keep adding to my list and I keep adding to my deal, when I get another subscriber, now I'm already done with all of that. I can take him right down the path. Now I've got 30 emails that are going to go to him this year, right? As you write them, maybe on a weekly basis. When are you going to email them, right? So, you know, think about how you want to take them down the path, especially for your sales funnels, right? So, you know, do you have a thank you message? Are they inside when they place when they order with you? Do you have are you putting them into your email list? Maybe they didn't opt in, but now they're running a campaign with you. Did you add them to your email list? A lot of people forget. You need to make sure that this customer and the point of contacts are getting emails from you, right? Do you have a thank you message that you're sending out? What does that look like? Do you have a special offer? Follow-up offers that you have on automation, guys, automation. Maybe you know that they've got an SEO package. Well, you know what? Are you sending them emails about your web design services as well? Are you sending them emails, promotional emails, even about your PPC packages that you have to offer? Making sure that you have even your customers inside a nice email campaign is very important. A lot of people forget about that. Okay, mobile friendliness. This is very important. I don't know how many times you check your email a day. Are you checking it on your laptop or your desktop? Or if you're like me, you always seem to have your iPhone or your Android device near you, and it just goes off constantly with emails, right? So at least at a minimum, make sure that your emails are written in a way that they're mobile responsive. Okay, and check them. make sure that when you're designing these things out, to send yourself the test email, because sometimes we've made this mistake. I saw one the other day. It was like, whoa, you know, the image was not mobile responsive. We had to redo it. Okay, so you make sure that they're formatted right with the text. Is the size right when it comes out on the mobile? People, you know, obviously we know this. You know, I don't have to drill it down into you. You already know that people are living on their mobile devices. So check your emails. Okay, it's very important that they're that way. Here's a list of email marketing software that you might want to check out. There's ActiveCampaign, Aweber, Benchmark Email, Constant Contact, Emma, GetResponse, Infusionsoft. This is a short list. There's dozens that are out there. We use, like I said, we use Infusionsoft. It's pretty, you know, it's pretty, I think it's expensive. I think it's an entry-level product that's probably not the one you want to go with. But if you've already have an established list, I would suggest Infusionsoft. We use it. I love it. By the way, I'm not getting kickback from Infusionsoft. I wish I was. I put up an affiliate link. But I've used Aweber before. It can definitely handle a lot of emails. ActiveCampaign and Constant Contact. I've used those. I've seen those. But anyway, you know, take a look at it. See what you guys think. I would love to get some feedback from you guys on what you're using, and so I can forward it and let everyone know what's working for you. So pay it forward, and if you've got some advice on what we've talked about with email marketing, as well as any of the software that's out there, you know, be sure and give me some feedback. Send me an email to connect@virtualgroup.co, and let me know what you think about the different softwares, because and if you've got any new ones, if you see anything that's out there, we want to see it too. You know, we want to spread out, spread the love. Okay. So, you know, MailChimp. You're right, Tommy. That's a. I see you're using that. You're looking for something different. MailChimp is pretty good, but you know what? It doesn't have a lot of the other stuff that's out there. Okay. I used to really be a fan of MailChimp, but I've, you know, since we've moved to Infusionsoft, we haven't really gone back. Steven's a fan of Benchmark, and you know, everyone's got a different take on it. But love to hear your experiences with those. Okay, so I really appreciate you paying attention to what we had to do with the email, and I want you to take action. That's what this year is all about. You know, I've got everywhere this Pound Crush 2017. I'm going down to say this is going to be the best year for the company ever, and the only way we're going to do that is that if you have your best year ever as well. Okay? So everything that we can do to help you, you let us know. You hit us, you know, with Connect At. You can, you know, talk to your account managers. Give us feedback. I want to hear from you. Okay. You know, I've put my phone number out there. I'm available on Skype. You can book a time with me. I want feedback because I want to know what I can do to help you guys. I'm in the States right now. I'm going to be traveling around. I'll be booking some different cities to go to. I want to meet with you. I want to know what I can do, what our team, your team in Manila, what can we do to make your business better and bigger? Okay, so one of the things that we've really increased is with our video marketing, and I want to, you know, we're building a lot of videos now. We've really got some really good stuff, but pay attention to this. Including a video on your landing page can increase your conversions by 80%. Okay, that's not something we made up. Obviously, you know, there's the research that's out there to show it. If you look at what YouTube is doing, mobile video is 100% a year, is growing 100% a year. So, you know, video just works. After watching a video, 64% of users are more likely to buy a product online. Well, that also includes your SEO packages. I mean, if you put together a video showing your results that you have for clients, on your page, what do you think they're going to do when they come to your website and they see on your homepage or on a landing page, like you're talking about, hey, we get you results on SEO. Hey, this is what we do. How about playing a video showing our work report live and going through it on a video that takes 2 minutes, right? How many people have shot that? I bet I know there's a few on this webinar right now that have those types of videos on their website, but I'm willing to bet that 90% of you don't. Now, one of the things, what really sells our SEO, I'm finding out from sales partners that when they show that work report, that it just knocks them dead. I'm sitting here, guys. I wish I had this on camera because Brad is sitting at the end of this table. He's watching the behind the scenes of how we do the amazing webinars that we do. But Brad is sitting here just nodding his head because I know, because he's told me before, the work reports sell the SEO because a lot of people don't provide these kind of work reports. How about showing a video about monster metrics and how the metrics work? A lot of people lose customers because they do not have good reporting. Okay, maybe they come in, maybe they wasn't set up right, maybe they don't have their metrics. Metrics sell. They want to see what they're getting their money for. The performance reporting package that we have is phenomenal. You come in 2 months or 3, after 2 months, you've got enough data. Now you're giving performance reporting, not just the metrics, but it shows you how they're doing and how they're rating. It's amazing stuff. Creating a video behind that this is what you get as a benefit for doing business with me, with you, is what you're going to be able to show them. So doing these things on joinme.com, you can create these for free. You can do a screen share where all you do is talk about it. Listen, people like authentic, and if you're on there and it's your voice and you're saying, here, let me show you our work report, and you walk them through a work report, and just film that using the Join Me, or there's this other software that you can get, that does the screen sharing or screen recording. Screencast, I think, is one of them. Yeah, was it Screencast? Yep, Screencast. It's free. These are free tools. Take a Saturday, guys. What are you doing this Saturday or Sunday? Create some videos based on the products that we already have that are out there in your own voice. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to engage. Okay? So, what is this next slide? 50% of executives, these are the decision makers that you want, look for more information after seeing a product or service in a video. Okay? So, we're looking at this and you're like, okay, the next one, 65% of executives visit the marketer's website and 39% call a vendor after viewing a video. That's really powerful. Do I have to slap you across the face to say you need video on your website? I'm doing it right now. I'm giving you the virtual slap. Do it. If seriously, it's free. If you want us to do it, we'll be glad to make you videos. We make videos and put them up in the marketing library for different things for SEO and whatever. But I encourage you to spend some time on a Saturday and just monkey with it and create a 1-minute video of showing, hey, let me show you our work report. This is, I don't know if Juanita is on the call today, but she's got just a great voice, and you don't have to be perfect. But when she's calling her clients and they go on there and they see the video and it's got her voice in the video walking them through a work report, this is something that you can use as a tutorial or just as a 1-minute, hey, this is the kind of service that we provide. It's hot, guys, okay? Camtasia is another one. That's right. Stephen, thank you for popping that up. I appreciate that. There is a free version and one that you have to pay for. So these are just some more stats. We can force it down your throat that video is good. Okay, when you see these stats, like, yes, this is the way you want to go. I'm not even going to go through that whole slide because you can do that. So when you put the email and the video marketing together, you've got a very powerful match, right? So what they're saying is, for Experience saying for every dollar spent, $44 is the average return on email marketing investment. HubSpot is saying video and an email leads to a 200 to 300% increase in click-through rates. So I'm giving, let's see here, hold on one second. Let's see, I got a message here. I gotta check this out. Okay, I sure will do that, Ed. You got it. By the way, if you guys are interested in meeting up with me, Ed just sent me over saying, hey, send me your travel schedule, and I want you guys, I want to extend this invitation. Jason, I'm going to be meeting with you when I get back to Austin next week. I really want to plan this out because I'm very interested in coming out to the East Coast. I'm going to be going, I know I'm coming to Atlanta. I want to be out, do the, come up. I want to do DC, Atlanta, Chicago, just kind of a little tour around. So if you're interested in meeting up with me, send an email. Talk to your account manager or send me an email or message directly, and let's set up a time. I haven't set up my schedule past next week. I really just want to figure out where I want to be going and then put it out there so I can meet with as many sales partners as possible. I am coming up to Dallas. There's some guys up there, some great guys that are wanting to meet. So, reach out to me. I definitely want to sit down with you and expand our business this year. And being in the States during this time is really going to be terrific to connect. So I'll absolutely get back with you guys on that. So how do you put the video? How do you include a video in an email? Okay. You don't want to embed the video into the email. Okay, that's not going to work. What you need to do is you can take a video thumbnail, that they click on the thumbnail and it goes to a landing page. And then the video is embedded into the landing page above the fold, okay? And it's real simple. You can have it hosted by YouTube. You can have it, Vimeo is great. Any of the Vimeo or YouTube are terrific for hosting your videos. Okay, it'll give you your stats. It sees how many people have watched it, the average length of time they've watched it. It's definitely the way to run it. Then you also have, you can see who's clicked on that video from your email software. How many times have they seen it? Okay, and make sure that your landing page has calls to action to convert. Right. So, like I said, if you need, these are all things that you can do on your own. Okay. I'm not trying to sell you to do these type of things. What I'm trying to do in this email, this webinar, is to push you to do action. It's all about the action Jackson. Okay, you've got to do something to keep pushing yourself. If you're not doing this, you're going to find out. Well, you know what? It'll be 2018. You're going to say, oh, I need to do some website. So, look. You have a whole team in the Philippines that can do this stuff for you. If you don't have the money to do it, then great, do it yourself. If you don't have the time to do it, then let us do it for you. Okay? We're here, and it's reasonably priced. Maybe your time is better served going out there and making sales instead of making a video on a Saturday. You have to make that choice, but we're here for you. Okay, there's a couple of links here we'll throw into the chat box for pro members and non-pro members on some of the marketing stuff that we have. Now, one of the things about the new 2017 video that's out, SEO 2000 video, putting an article together on your website about the new SEO 2017 service, then, putting a thumbnail that's linked to your 2017 video on your sales landing page. This would be really cool to email this out. Hey, I want to announce our new SEO 2017 service. We have a client-facing 2017 video already produced. I believe there's 2, actually. Okay? You upload it, you brand it to your company. You've got your watermark there on the video. upload it to YouTube, and now put your landing page together, and boom, you're ready to go. Send this out to your old customers that you've dealt with before. Send them to anyone, prospects that you may have. Get this out there. Try it. See what it is with the video included. Okay. If you have a semi-annual, if you have subscribed to the monthly newsletter that we put together, we're going to give this. We prepared this for you, and it's going to be included if you're on the semi-annual deal. Okay. Let me show you the video. This is a preview for the U.S. version. These are done with UK voices and also a U.S. voice. So if you're in the UK, don't worry. We've got a special version for you. This is the U.S. version. And if you guys will, let's see, CJ, if you can throw in the link to this YouTube video that we've got. This is the first video, and let me see, do you have the second one? You do. The next slide, the next link, and he'll get these links up there shortly. The next link is the second SEO video that we've put together. Okay, so check these out, play them. If you like them, make sure you get them branded to your company and get these out there. These are 2 to start with. I want you guys to create some more for yourselves, okay? And if you've got special requests for videos, if you want us to create videos on the other products, if we don't have them, we'll be glad to do it and put it out there. We're really putting time and energy in developing a really good video marketing team in the office, and we want to make sure that you're utilizing it properly, okay? But getting this stuff out there is really going to help you promote your SEO services, and it's going to look really hot. I'm telling you, these guys are going to love it. A couple of people that we can prove it. There's Steven, all right? We hear from him, and Brian's also on the webinar. We appreciate your testimonial as well. But the monthly newsletters are good. We want you guys to consider, if you don't write your own monthly newsletter, at least let us do it. Okay, so please contact us about that. We've reduced the pricing on the email marketing automation setup. We've cut the price by 25%. I want you to do this. If you look, make me a commitment. Either do it yourself, or find someone to do it, or let us do it for you. But I've cut the price by 25% for you on that. The monthly newsletter, I've reduced the price by 40% because I really want you guys to take action. It's good until January 26th. After that, we're just going to go back to regular price. But, today's the 19th. I want you to take action now. Okay? That's why I'm putting a time limit on this. You're going to say 25% on the email marketing and automation setup on both plans, or on the monthly newsletter, it's cut by 40%. But I'm only going to do it for those guys who are taking action right now. You're only talking about a little bit of money. It's not expensive. Okay? So I'm done with pushing out my email and my video marketing speech for get you guys motivated on that. I think it's big. I've got a little bit left, so I want to tell you, don't forget about our quarterly SEO 2017. If you pay quarterly, you're going to get free video marketing and the quarterly performance report for free. The pricing is all here, where it shows, when you're paying for the first quarter, what you get the first month, and if you get a category 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 and up, how many videos you're going to get. Okay, so also having the free quarterly report included. This thing is awesome. If you used to get the old quarterly report, what we do is we take all of these, what we've done with your videos, we create this really sweet looking quarterly report. I'm sorry, I don't think I have a sample of that. That's my bad. I apologize for that. But if you contact your account manager, get a copy of this quarterly report. It really looks awesome. The videos are capped. We figured out that, actually I'm doing a couple of big campaigns where we were trying to do too many videos in a month. So what we've done is it's one free video per theme, or what we call a category, okay, with a 5 video max. So if you do a 10 category campaign, you're only going to get 5 free videos, because too many videos, it just doesn't work, guys. It's like information overload, and you can't really get to it, you know. This campaign ends on January 31st, so you still have about half a month. We've been running this campaign since mid-December. We do our promos for 45 days, you know, this one's coming to the end at the end of the month. It's only for new SEO 2017 campaigns only, okay? Now, you can have this promo run for up to 12 months as long as you're running it continuously. So if you pay for the first quarter, if your client comes in, they pay for the first quarter, or you pay for the first quarter, depending on how you bill your client, you know, that's up to you. But if you do a quarterly plan, you can renew this package 3 more times. I'll let you run it for a year. I did not want to run it for too long, because it's, you know, we want to make money just like everybody else. And the promo is good, the videos are great, and we know there's a lot of value in the videos. I'm putting this out there because I want to show you guys the results you get. Running a campaign on a quarterly plan, I know it's not cheap, but guys, if you throw in the videos for free, it will make the sale. Especially, play them a few videos. Play them the SEO videos that you have. I've got these other, hold on a little bit, I'm going to give you some links for some other videos you can see. Remember that the pro member rebates don't apply to the promotions. Okay, that's the one thing there. If you let's see here, CJ, if you'll throw in this link. This is the client-facing promo. Get this out in front of people. It's the 19th of January. Okay, so get this out there in front of people. But you can edit this promo. It's client-facing. Send it out to your list and give them the promotional materials. CJ just posted the quarterly performance report sample and also the video samples. He read my mind, because we've got a couple of samples up here of some videos that we've produced. I know Ed's on the line, and you know, he's always included video in his SEO packages. Even before the SEO 2017 package came out, he was doing video. He recognized the value of video a long time ago. And I'm happy to say that, you know, I've gotten some really great feedback from Ed, and I know he's probably cringing because I'm talking about him, but Stephen actually put on the videos we're getting for clients are terrific. Okay, so the let's see here. Let's see if I have any more comments about the videos. You know, it's great because you know, when you have videos and people are saying, you know, the quality wasn't that great or this and that, we fixed that problem. Okay, I can tell you that we've had some issues of quality of production style. We've invested in some great software and some training, and we've really got a really smooth team and a process that we've done for the SEO. I knew that video was so important to so many of our clients that we had to fix that process. And we're always looking to improve. So guys, whenever you guys give us critical type of critique, and you know, we want to hear the blunt truth. If you see a problem, we want to fix it, and we want to fix it right away. So talking about fixing problems and talking about, you know, how to improve, we have got something really exciting. And if you haven't heard about it, you're going to want to get involved. If you're in the pro membership already, you want to make sure that you're registered for the mastermind group. We are doing a lot of work. It's included in your membership. It's not extra money. A lot of groups, they have these mastermind groups that they charge $300, $400, $500 a month. You've seen them out there. Look, I'm committed to you guys, and I want to put these groups together, and we're not charging anything extra for this. If you're a member of the if you're a pro member, okay, then you have access to the mastermind. And if you're asking, well, what's a mastermind? It's basically having a group that comes together that is going to be able to share knowledge, share what's going on in the industry, and really you know, uh, advance together. Even if it's talking about software 1 week, everyone, the agenda will be set. The way we're going to do this, well, first of all, what are the benefits? Okay, mutual support. We're in this together, even though we're competitors. But are we really a competitor? Brad's down here in New Orleans, and Steven's up in the Detroit area. You've got, Brian's in Florida. You've got Alexander out in LA. If I put these 5 guys together and they're brainstorming, they're sharing information about how they're growing their businesses, is it really going to hurt them? No. It's really going to be able to share, like, maybe Alexander had this thing and it came up with his client and it was a challenge. How did he overcome that? This is what he did. Or having Ed type up and say, hey, you know what? This is the way I've handled that. He's been in the business for 15, 20 years. Being able to share information and give that mutual support is huge. Also, having different perspectives. Different parts of the country react different ways sometimes. But even if it's a view that you wouldn't necessarily agree with, by hearing something that you may have not thought of, it could help you with your business. Also, I was going to say, sharing resources. I get on calls all the time with people, like Rusty. I'm going to be on the call with him later this afternoon, and we talk about things. He pops in and says, hey, you know what? I found this new software. You got to check it out. This is what it's like. So we're putting these groups together so we can do that. Also, one of the biggest ones for 2017 and our effort to crush 2017 is holding people accountable. This is kind of a one-way relationship. You guys are on a webinar with me. But the pro member mastermind group is there, so you connect, and at the end of the meeting, you know what you're going to set your goal, and when you come back to the meeting next week, the rest of the members of your mastermind are going to let them know, did you accomplish your goals, okay? And do you want to be the guy? Do you want to be that guy that comes in and did not take action? Well, being part of a group really forces you to take action, right? So in the formation of these groups, we're setting up the common goal for everybody. We're vetting the members. We're creating these groups with new and old into the business, different areas of the country. We don't want anyone like in the same city competing with each other. We're going to set some ground rules, which are real simple. If you wouldn't say it in front of your mother at the table, maybe you wouldn't want to say it in the group. You must participate. If you sign up for the mastermind, and because it's free, we don't want you to think that it doesn't have value, okay? In no way would we, if we wanted to charge $500 a month for this, we could get it. I guarantee that, people. Masterminds, the better ones, you want to keep a very good group. Look, we're putting that out there because I know our pro members. I mean, it's a great group. And I know a lot of their personalities. I know a lot of these guys personally. They're friends of mine. Let's put you guys together and share. Okay. One of the things that I know that a few people have brought up to me was being able to share case studies. If Steven's got an attorney and Roger has real estate, being able to swap these things out with different case studies and showing the successes can really help you build your business. These are some of the things that I'm sure are going to go on in the mastermind. We're going to see about the group size. How big is the group? We're going to determine all of that. So depending on the level of interest, if we have a subgroup that we want to do for web design, we can do that, or is it just going to be SEO services focused? Right now, we're just going to form the group and see how it plays out. If we decide to go into certain niches, we'll do that. We're spending a lot of time on this. There's a couple of requirements, though. You need to have an active agency. You must have an active agency, okay? You have to commit to contribute, network, and help others, okay? You can't just be a time suck. You must have at least one active campaign with Virtual Group. We want to know that you're actually a customer and you're a client, and not just a looky-loo. We want to make sure that you're actually taking part. It could be your own campaign if it needs to be that. We don't care about that. What we care about is that you're active, okay? You got to keep your pro membership account current. That's the way that we keep exclusivity. And if you're a new person on the call and you are a new sales partner, you're welcome to come in. Just meet the qualifications above. And if you want to get on the phone call with me, be glad to arrange that. We're going to set these things up on a regular schedule. We're going to start it to be 60 minutes, once every 2 weeks to start up, but then it's going to be up to the group, okay? When is the best time? It's going to be up to the group, depending on what everyone's schedules are like. We may not have a lot of people with East Coast and West Coast because it gets kind of difficult. We might have Eastern Seaboard and maybe Central and then West Coast, but in different areas, so that everyone can meet at the same time. We're going to be very strict on starting on time and ending on time. We're not going to waste anybody's time with that. I'm going to act as a facilitator in the beginning, but then I really want you guys to be able to run with it. We will have staff that's going to be recording the sessions and then sending out what was discussed, okay? So I'm committing time and resources and money and people to facilitate these mastermind groups. We're not charging extra for it. It's something we want to do, but get in now because register now for it. If you're not a pro member, become a pro member because eventually if it becomes too much of demand, we may start charging for it to new members, not our current ones, okay? So don't worry about that. Ed says only one thing is missing from the videos, and it's voiceovers. And I agree, Ed. The way that the videos are done, they're done with music and it's text. Voiceovers, it increases the cost of making the video by double, okay? So, once we get scale and as more and more people are purchasing the video marketing, I will get voiceovers done because scale is where we operate, right? If we're able to make more and more videos, then I can definitely get voiceover involved. Back to the Pro Membership Mastermind Group, we're setting up a River Chat software. You can download it on your Mac, your Windows, your Apple phone, your iPad, your Android. It's private to our group. It works just like Slack, except it's free, okay? So River, RYVER.com. By the way, we use this chat software for our internal work at our office. I encourage you to use this if you have a team inside your own office. It's great stuff. So how do you sign up? Well, go to this link. CJ, if you'll throw this link in. I know I'm 5 minutes over, guys. I like to keep it within an hour. Go to this link and sign up, and we're going to send out the invites and details and set the first meeting ASAP. Okay, so Tuesday is our pro member webinar. If you're not a pro member, you're going to want to join now so you can be on this webinar coming up. We're going to discuss the details, and we're going to be releasing the mastermind groups that we're forming already. We've had a great response, and the people that have responded to the groups who are wanting to be involved, they're enthusiastic, and they're some of our top guys. I'm going to let you know right now, all of our top guys have signed up for this mastermind group. They know the value of this thing. So CJ will put up the in the chat, he'll put up the pro membership, how to sign up for it. One thing that I want to push right now is we're getting a lot of traction right now with guys who are out there and they're approaching different companies that don't have online stores. Okay, we have a whole brand new e-commerce packages available with Shopify, where if someone has a brick and mortar store, they're wanting to go and they're wanting to sell online. Maybe they have a package. Maybe you've got like I know Jason has a product that he sells online on his website. Well, we can actually set up another Shopify store for you if you do anything, or if you've got a client that does anything with Amazon FBA. We have the ability to create a Shopify that links with their Shopify or with their Amazon FBA as well. Our web design team is probably the best in the Philippines. If you know Angelo or Ramon, you'll know that these guys know their stuff. We've got a great team, and I want to make sure that you are taking advantage of some of these. Sold web design before, and you're new or you're old, let me tell you, get on the phone with Rob and Roy. They will walk you through any consultation that you need so that you can start selling web design. We handle all the project management for web design as well for you if you need it. People say, oh, web design, it takes so much project management, and you know, the client wants it red one day and blue the next. Hey, no problem, turn it over to us. Our staff will communicate directly with your client and we'll knock it out for you. It's really something that we love to do, and the team is great. All right, guys, well, I'm coming to the end here. Our next webinar for the VIP webinar is on February 2nd, okay? That is, hold on a second, is that the next Pro Web member course, 24th? That is on next Tuesday, okay? Next VIP webinar, February 2nd. For some reason, I guess is that a Thursday? I'm sorry. For some reason, I'm like blanking out here, but I just want to make sure that that date is accurate. I'm sorry, guys. That's right, it is. Wow, time flies. I look at the calendar, I'm thinking February is so far off, and it's not. It's right around the corner. So, okay, guys, I appreciate it. If you are not a partner, be sure and go to virtualgroup.co and sign up. And find us on social media. We love for the follows. We love from interaction on our Facebook page. Follow us on YouTube for all of our stuff that we do. Brad is over here holding up a bottle of Austin-made Tito's vodka, wanting to have some, I think some, what is it, Bloody Marys or something after this webinar. But we've got a long day ahead of us. We're going to be talking about how we're going to crush 2017 together, and let me know. I want to meet with you guys too. Okay, I will come and see you. Thank you for joining us today. This is Jonathan Kirkman with Virtual Group, and we will see you next time, guys. Thank you very much, and we'll see you later.